Okay, welcome everyone. I hope everyone had a fabulous holiday with their friends and family. I sure did, and I hope you're sailing into a smooth 2025. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Claudette with Miss Puff Creative Corner, and I am going to kick off 2025 with my first video creating a fun fold card. And this is a Z fold card, and I want to give a shout out to it had several creators using created this style card, and I want to give a shout out to Cheryl Stampin' Squad. And I actually watch her video and follow her measurements, and it's pretty easy to make. Okay, so I don't know. This is like a Z fold card, and it's cut like on a diagonal, and it's just easy to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I created these cards. I have a friend that's going to be having a birthday, a special friend, a very close friend in February coming up. So I wanted to make a different card. So this is just a little dry run samples that I create before I actually create her card. And they came out fairly decent. So this is how the card looks. You see how that's cut there in a diagonal. And on this particular one here, I did like different shots that I add a magnet to this one. So you can make this for any occasion. Valentine's Day is coming up. That's a nice time to create cards too as well. And you could give a Valentine's Day card for birthdays too as well. So this is another one here. And, you know, it's just designed in a different way. And this closure here is like a little ribbon. Some people don't, most people I see didn't put a closure, but I just don't like my stuff just flapping because they just kind of flap like this and don't close all the way. So I just put closures to that. So with this particular one here, I made a little pocket, a little pocket, I guess you could call it, that you could put like some money in here. So this is how I add this here to mine. Cheryl didn't have hers and other people didn't have theirs like that, but you could jazz this up any way you would like. It's a card, and plus could be, I think the area was too small for the size of the gift cards. But you could do whatever you would like to jazz yours up. So let's jump into that, guys. So what we're gonna start out with is a size cardstock measuring 11 by 8.5. All right, and we're gonna bring our trimmer in. So 11 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. So we're gonna bring our trimmer in, and guys, I got a new tool for Christmas. Okay, I had a whole bucket list of toys that I wanted for my craft room, and I got this We Are Memory Keeper. It's an all-in-one tool, and it supposedly have 12 different tools within this. It has mixed reviews on this particular tool by We Are Memory Keepers, but I wanted to get it because if I travel a lot to visit my daughter, I want to be able to have one piece of tool and not have several pieces of tool when I travel with. So I'm going to play around with this, and maybe if I have time, I'll give you a review on what I think about this all-in-one tool. They say it's supposed to do like 12 different tools in one. And it's called the Works All-in-One Tool by We Are Memory Keepers. So if you guys have one of these tools, drop in the comments down below how you like it so everyone could get an idea and see what your take is on this particular tool. So let's jump right into it. And like I said, you're going to need a paper measuring 8.5 by 11 inches. So what we're going to do, you're also going to need a pencil. Okay, so we're going to mark. And I thought this was pretty cool with how they came up with how easy to cut this paper on a diagonal. Okay, so you could do it with any of your trimmer. So you're going to put the short side up to the top, line it up to the top with your the top of your cutting device, your cutting tool, your trimmer, where your ruler is. All right, so you're going to put this edge right here at 3 inches. So you're going to put that at 3 inches, and then we're going to come ahead and you're going to put a tick mark here at this 3-inch mark. Okay, so what you're going to do is turn your paper all the way around, so the bottom now is going to be to the top, and you're going to put that now at 3 inches. Okay, and then you're going to make a tick mark here at 3 inches. So you have a tick mark up here and a tick mark to the bottom. Let me just make a little bit more room so you guys could see. See if I could get the full trimmer in view. Okay, so that's better. So you have a tick mark up here, and then you have a tick mark down here, all right? So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna go and you're gonna line those tick mark into the groove of your cutting blade, okay? So you're gonna line that up with the groove of your cutting blade. So my tick mark is right there, is in the groove, one. And then the bottom one, I'm just going to line up, make sure that's in the groove. Both tick marks are in the groove. Then I am going to close this down. Okay. And once you have your tick mark in the grooves, you're going to go ahead and cut. And that gives you your diagonal cut. Now, so that gives you your diagonal cut, and that's going to create two. So you have 2 pieces now. So that's, you could create a 2 card. All right, 2 cards. So you could create 2 cards. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and score. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and score. So we're going to put the skinnier side in, and you have your straight edge to the top here, and the shorter side here facing inward, okay? And then what we're going to do is put it, score here at 3 inches. So with this now, this comes with a score, it's good score, okay? So we're going to take out our scoring tool, and then we're going to score at 3 inches. And I'm just going to make sure it's straight all the way down. So we're going to first score here at 3 inches. Let me see if I can stay in a straight line. So we're going to stay here in the, let me see if this would help here. Bring this down and score here at 3 inches. Okay, so that's 3 inches. Then this tool is nice because this arm comes all the way out. So it extends out up to 14 inches. So this extends out to 14 inches. This, you just have this short little piece for scoring though, but it works, okay? So then what we're gonna do next is go to 6 3/4 of an inch. You're gonna take your edge right there and go to 6 3/4 of an inch. And then what we're gonna do is score there. So you make 2 score lines, and just remember your straight line goes right up, but right up to that edge, and you're going to keep your shorter piece inside here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then so we're going to score at 3 and then 6 3/4. All right, and then that's it for our scoring. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this up. Put my scoring tool back in. It has this little department. So far so good. So with now, so we have those pieces there, right? And we have 1, 2, 3 sections, okay? 3 sections. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have pieces of papers in here, your designer series paper or plain paper to design your card, okay? So now with this inner piece right here, I am going to have a piece of cardstock. This is measuring 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then for the inside piece, I'm just gonna put like a clear paper. What do you want? White. This is a cream paper, and then this one here is measuring 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then what we're gonna need is a smaller piece for this section right here, and this is measuring 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then for this inner piece right in here, so these 2 pieces are going to be the same size. So you're going to need, so this is my plain paper, white paper, and then this is like a scrapbook paper. And this one here is going to be for that section. And that's measuring 3.5 by 4.25. So you need two pieces measuring 3.5 by 4.25. Okay. And if you want to do a closure with magnet, or you want to do a closure with ribbon, I am going to do a closure with some ribbon, some crinkle ribbon that I have here. So I'm going to use closure with that ribbon. And also, let's see, I got these little magnets here. I want to say it was from Amazon, 150 pieces. They're measuring 8 millimeters by 1 millimeters, I think what that writing say. But these are just, you get a lot. So I have so much of these. So why not use what you have, right? So to create your closures. So with this one, we're going to go ahead and get started with gluing our paper in. And so let's start with this side right here. And so this inner piece is, I'm going to show you how to cut diagonal shape there. So let's start with this first piece right there. So this is just genius how whoever came up with it, right? And so what you're going to do is put your paper up to the top where this is just overlapping off the edge, just a smidge, okay? This is a corner right here with this point is where you have to be mindful of that is over. Yeah, it can't be down like this. It have to be over. So just over a smidge. And I just make sure that my lines are parallel to each other down here. And then I just go up just a smidge. So that line is straight with this line. And then what you do is you're just going to take it and flip it over, hold it really tight. And then what you're going to do is just cut now, okay? Keep your scissors straight to that and you're going to cut. And that diagonal line right there is a ruler. Okay, and that's the first piece. So look at that. Perfect. Okay, like I said, whoever came up with that was genius, okay? So that's going to be that one. And I'm not going to glue them in quite yet, but we're just going to go ahead and cut the others the same way. All right, so this is the centerpiece where you could stamp your sentiment in there. And just see, it's going over the edge just a little bit there. You don't have to do too much. All right, just a little bit. Make sure the bottom here is straight with that. All right, and then I'm just going to hold on to that and flip it. And come over here, make sure that's that. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and cut that. Okay, so that's going to be that piece. Look at that. And then after that, now, so we have those pieces in, right? So that's how it's going to line up. And then we have this little piece right here. So that's going to be the next piece that I'm going to go ahead and cut, okay? So same thing, just a smidge right here over the edge, okay? And that's your highest point right there. So a little bit over the edge. Make sure your bottom pieces are lined up straight, all right? Flip it over, and then we'll go ahead and cut. Okay. Next, what we're going to do now is the same thing for this piece right here. Okay, this is going to be the outside. So this is going to be for that piece. Let me say I want to make sure that the direction, because this has some writing on there, it's going to be right side up. Okay, so this is my higher point right there. And I just need a smidge off the edge right there. Make sure this is lined up with that. Flip that over. lost my spot. All right, there we go. And then we'll give that a cut. Let me just make sure that the bottom is straight. Yeah. And then we'll just give that a cut. Okay. And then we have that piece. Okay. So we have our pieces, we have our ribbon, and for our closure or your magnet if you want to do that. So now what you're going to do on those score lines, what you're going to do is fold it this way and fold it this way. You're going to take a bone folder and really crease those in. Make those lines nice and tight. And what also you could do is erase your pencil marks. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and just add our paper here to it. You see how this stays open, and also it stands up too as well. See, but I just like a nice low closure. And what we're going to do now is just glue our section in. But you have to be mindful that these two pieces is where you want to put your closure underneath. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start gluing this down. And I use Art Glitter Glue, and I just love the Art Glitter Glue because, you know, if you have seepage, it dries clear. For those of you who are new to my channel. And then what we're gonna do is just add this right here. Just make sure you get like an even amount of the red, you know, showing out. And you just want to make sure your bottom here is lined up evenly. It's like I'm on camera and can't get this straight. Okay. I'm not happy with that at all. Okay. Alrighty, so that's on there. And then in this inner piece is going to be, I'm using my cream cardstock. So if you want, you could just line it up. You know, it's not going to be perfect with that or with this up here. And if you know what sentiment you want to put in there, you want to stamp that first before you put it down. But I'm just making these blank cards and I'm not sure with the sentiments. I could always throw a sentiment on. If I make a mistake, I could always recut and stick it over it. Okay. And then this piece goes here, but I need to put the ribbon. See, if I'm doing a magnet, I would put the magnet down, glue it down, glue that down, put it here, right? For instance. And then after I glue that down, close this up, then I would take another magnet. Okay, I got two here. Let's see if I could separate these. I just need to get one loose. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got this. For instance, we're gonna glue that down, right? Then what you're gonna do once you get that glue down, you're gonna hit this up here, wherever that land, you're gonna add some glue to that, put it down like that. The glue is gonna leave a little circle so you'll know where to put this after you glue that down, if that makes sense. So it'll make a little imprint right there. So you'll add that to that and then glue your paper on top of that. And these two magnets should match up. And that's how you do your magnetic closure. All right, so let's go back to putting my ribbon closure. All right, so we finished that piece, and then I am going to add this to this right here, and then I need to glue the ribbon underneath here. Just gonna see exactly where I want my ribbon to, my bow, once I create my bow, to fall. Okay, right about there is good. So I'm just gonna add some glue. Right about there. And then I'll add my ribbon there. And take my little tweezers and add some glue here. So if you guys are new to my channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you could be notified when I upload my latest videos. So I'm just gonna add some glue on top of here. Then for this other one, we're gonna add this to the inside in here. I don't know if I'm liking this particular piece that I chose for here. All right, so let's take our ribbon is up next. And what I'm gonna do is add the ribbon right here. So line it up with that other ribbon. And it's gonna line about right there. So we'll add some glue right there, right about here. So then we'll add that there. Add some glue on top of that. Take our scrapbook paper, add some glue, a generous amount right there where the ribbon is gonna be. Then we're gonna add that down. Make sure we're covering the little edge of our ribbon. And then you want to make sure your ribbon is nice and dry. Then you're going to just embellish this however you would like. And then tie up your ribbon into a bow. I didn't pull too tight because of it not being quite dry. And then you just would design that however you would like. And then once you have it tight, and then it stands up too as well. And I think that this is a pretty cool card. Once you have the nice designer's paper or the right cardstock, and you could add anything right there, for instance, to that, and just your card would be done. So I hope you guys got creative value from today's video. If you do, go ahead and smash that like button down below. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Claudette, and I'll catch you guys on that next video.